Good evening, friends. Thank you for that warm welcome.
Hello and welcome. You're watching this because you're interested to learn the tune Joy from Shakti, and this is what we're going to do today. We talk a bit about the harmonic background and aspects and some special rhythmic things in the melody part. And at the very end, I will show you the transcription that I recently made, the playback of the Guitar Pro 8 file. So if you're in a hurry and just want to see the transcription, you can right away jump to the last section of the video. And if you're interested to learn a bit about the background and how I, let's say, worked with the rhythmic special things in the tune, just stay with me, enjoy the video. My name is Alex, welcome to my little studio. Yeah, the tune Joy was recorded in 1975, live recording, the very first album of Shakti with John McLaughlin, followed by 3 additional studio albums. And by that time, Shakti was already existing for 2 years. This year they made their 15th anniversary tour, and I think it was the very first record where Zakir Hussain appeared. And as you probably know, Zakir became the most famous tabla player in the world. And still a very impressive piece of music, really mesmerizing how those guys interact in the live recording, and the speed of the tune and how impressive all those solos are. And for me still, one of the most remarkable things is how incredible fast this rhythm section always reacts on anything that these guys are playing within their solos, as if they would really know exactly every note that they play. So yes, and with that, let's dive a bit into the harmonic background of the tune first and explain the scale that they are using. Yeah, the root tone of the tune is E, and it might appear a bit surprising that the scale basically is a major scale. It has a G sharp, major third, straight 4, straight 5, minor 7, so it is Mixolydian scale. And now there is one single note coming in which drastically changes the feel and the sound of the scale, and this is the B9, the F. And the reason why it becomes suddenly much more like a minor scale is that it actually consists of a stack of 4 minor thirds, starting with the 7, with the D, the F, and now you can do a lot of funny things with that stack of minor thirds, and a lot of licks and things can be therefore always shifted by this minor third around the fretboard. So if you build a chord out of that stack, you can also shift that chord around the fretboard always by 1/3. And you will always get the same chord. And in relation to the root tone E, it will always be the same chord. It is a major chord minor 7B9. And of course, hearing the tune, you will immediately notice that John is using that shifting of those chords a lot within the tune. Yeah, another interesting thing with that scale is that you have now two options to utilize these minor seconds that create a lot of tension and always wants to go back to the root tone or to the major third, to create this kind of question and answer things. Yeah, the F always wants to go back to the E, and the A always wants to go back to the G sharp, to the major third. So and these two key tones will always work as, let's say, kind of question if you utilize this as an end of the lick. Yeah, going back to the E. Which then will work like an answer, and the same thing also happens with that A. And yeah, we will see that in the transcription, how Shakti is utilizing that a lot within the melody. One thing I briefly want to talk about is some rhythmic stuff, odd rhythmic sequences later in the melody part. If you try to play that, you will most probably find yourself kind of kicked off the rhythm, latest in the bar 58 and 61 and 62. And the reason for that is that they just put another 16th note into the bar 58 and 61 and another 8th note in the bar 62. And it is very obviously intended. They play it twice in that way, and the rhythm section is following that sequence very precisely. And yeah, let's quickly listen how that sounds. And if you want to understand those things in detail, it absolutely makes sense that you make yourself familiar with Konakal, the rhythmic language of the Indian music, and I'm absolutely sure that the musicians of Shakti are doing exactly the same, rather than trying to count 16th notes here. And Konakal is very easily spoken, a translation of tonal patterns into spoken syllables, depending on the number of notes. So ta for 1, taka for 2, takita for 3, takadimi, takachuna for 4, and dadi ginadum for 5. You will easily find a ton of instruction videos out there on YouTube, and there are also DVDs available. One is from John McLaughlin himself. So this definitely makes sense to approach these variations in that way. So let's pick these 3 bars here as an example, how I would do that. Again, there is a ton of options of variations available. This is just one example how I would do that, or how I found it the most easy way to translate that. So I would see that as a sequence of 5 notes here, then followed by 3 sequences each of 3 notes, 1 upbeat followed by 3 notes. Here this is a break of 5 notes, and then followed by 2 times 4 notes, 4 notes break, 4 notes break, then 3 notes descending 4 times, ending with a 5 note sequence. So this would then sound like dadigina dum, takita takita takita, ta takita, ta takachuna, takadimi takachuna, takita 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 takita, dadigina dum. And if we make it simultaneous to the music, yeah, let's pick 60%, it makes it easy. It would sound like that. Dadigina dum takita 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 tatakita tatakachuna takatimi takachuna takita 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 dadigina dum takita 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 tatakita tatakachuna takatimi takachuna takita 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 dadigina dum. So yes, that's all for this time. Hope it helps you to find your way with that piece of music. One of the most impressive things I heard in my life. Very honest, it will be a kind of lifetime job for me to really try to play that with that speed as Shakti is doing that. Maybe it will also take another life for me. You never know. Have fun. Good luck with practicing, and see you again next time.